All right, folks. Welcome back, everyone. 皆さん、お帰りなさい。今日は310日目です。On this day 310. Have I run into the kanji yet? No, it doesn't look familiar, but it looks like it's 2 trees, a can, air, that thing, which is treasure in my eyes, and then a he. That seems pretty average. Maybe we just have different perspectives now because what makes it very insane human? What about the character is insane? Seems pretty average, or seems pretty manageable. There's 7 radicals, or I would break it down to 7 radicals. All right, so we have to go over a lot of things. The amount of strokes, that's okay. I think 29 strokes is kind of irrelevant since you can break it down to 7 radicals. Only 7 things. Yeah. It is really congested though. So from a typographical standpoint, it's kind of a bit of a craziness, right? I wouldn't want to write that in this like small space. Right. I wouldn't want to write this in the tiny space. Okay. Anyways, we're gonna get back to writing. All right. So we got a lot of things to catch up. Just for brief TLDR, since I am not doing a tentative takes on this to bring back. So it is 310. It's been 309 days, but let's go over some stuff to get people up to board. Let's see. At the conclusion, it's been approximately 6 months. 6 months since we took a pause at day 300. Day 300, so it's actually 309. And these 309 days include a lot of the retrospections, like reviews and whatnot. I think I did a 3-part review of the last 100 days. So since then, in these 6 months, we have tried to compartmentalize some stuff, add some new things. So we picked up Wanikani as another resource, and this resource has gone on for 6 months. And at this very moment, this day to now, we are 536 kanji in, something like that. And exposure was, actually I can probably say very quickly, 536, and we have 162 vocabulary words, 1662 vocabulary words. This was intentionally pushed off for, it was originally supposed to plan for like 5 or so months. This would give us some volume or buffer space between where we left off in 300 Duolingo. Duolingo was overall, like, I'm gonna say 200 characters kanji, but I would say the exposure amount is around 4,000 vocabulary words by that time. This is also including this, in terms of 4,000 vocabularies, that's also including the idea of conjugation, because we have to conjugate in Duolingo, right? And then sentence formation. So 6 months, and this part was a year. So this 306 is roughly a year, right? A year's time. So you can kind of contrast between the two, but there are other skill sets involved in Duolingo that WaniKani I do not fit into WaniKani, and that deals with writing. I do a lot of writing, which brings me back to the point about what humans said about kanjis being insane. It's very I have a very different perspective since I spend a lot of my time writing as well. Writing is a set of components, and those components are scale really well if you depict it in the way of writing. So can't really empathize with someone who predominantly relies on reading and or typing. But generally speaking, writing is much less stressful. I'm trying to look at a character and then write the character as opposed to doing the meanings and reads and stuff. At least for myself personally, it's kind of the most enjoyable part. So usually writing comes at the end of these sessions, and we do have a schedule. We do have a breakdown of how it was done. It was on a 3-day cycle. But I think we're gonna modify that, because now what has been different before this and WaniKani and whatnot, which is our exposure to SRS, we do have a buffer zone, and that buffer zone is probably going to speed up this cycle. We also have Duolingo Spanish as an every other day schedule. So every other day we have Duolingo Spanish, and Duolingo Spanish is on a 2-day cycle because it's kind of sort of still in the review or catching up. So in this case now, Duolingo for now is going to be playing catch up. It's a different way to interact with the kanji that we have in WaniKani. So we're going to attempt a 2-day schedule. So we're going to truncate down to a 2-day schedule. Usually it's exposure on day 1. Then we make our construct. And our construct is through writing. By prioritizing the writing section, because now you have to remember we have a writing section. And then day 2 and 3 are to give my time to review. However, since we have WaniKani in the mix now, I think we can abbreviate the review and see how it goes. So for now, we're going to do an experimental 2-day thing. Basically, we're going to do the initial exposure and the repeat, and then do the last 2 repeats the following day. But the first day, I want to see how long it takes me to do the construct, like review and paste the construct together. And it won't be from memory. From memory in the way I used to do it. Back before, I used to do my recalls habitually from memory and from writing. We'll see how quickly I can do that now that I have both my writing and my reading kind of up to par to some extent. And then the rest is, the oral stuff is gonna be the oral stuff as per usual. But there's a lot of little wiggle testing today to do for the next month and see how it turns out. My initial thought is I'm probably going to be a lot quicker, but also a lot more looser when it comes to interpreting, because I'm starting to get into a phase of interpreting as opposed to translating. I'm not necessarily translating word for word anymore. I'm chunking things together. So it could lead to the same stuff that I see in Duolingo Spanish, which I would drop certain things, and it's probably gonna happen here. So we'll find out. Anyways, let's find out. It's been a while. It's definitely been a while. All right, let's get into it. Let's look at the guidebook. Talk about money. All right. これを円に I don't know what that is. both something. Both something shite kudasai. That must be the new vocabulary word, actually. Both Shin, and then character that I have not received yet. This is the nature of Duolingo, right? It's largely based on themes and not your JLPT stuff. Interesting. Oh no, I'm thinking Chinese. 口桌. Ko. And then another character that I haven't covered in Wanikani. Again. And then Akitain desu ka? Akitain desu ka?
講座を開きたいんですが。
Oh, hiraki. Wait, what?
講座を開きたいんですが。
Oh, wait. Why do you sound different? Wait.
これを円に両替してください。
I don't remember this voice. Wait.
誰が払いますか?
誰が入りますか? Huh. I don't remember this voice.
別々に払いましょう。
別々に払いましょう。払いましょう。Those are fine. Let's play separately. Yeah, 別々に払いましょう。Oh, so different. Such a different feeling. 銀行 bank. 銀行ってドルを円にexchange した。I don't have exchange yet.
銀行でドルを円に両替した。
両替 Wait.
銀行でドルを円に両替した。
両替した。Is this よ? So, Shin. All right. Let's find out. It's gonna be rocky for the first couple days.
池袋に店を開いた。
Oh, okay. Now this is pretty normal. That's Eddie's like synthetic voice. 池袋に店を開いた。
池袋に店を開いた。
開いた。 I don't think I have it for Hira on this. Hiraita. Interesting. It still means open, though. I opened the store. I opened Hiraita. I opened the store in Ikebukuro. Oh no. Yeah, Ikebukuro. Did I say Shinjuku? No. Ikebukuro. So I opened a store in
暗証番号を押しました。
暗証番号を押しました。That's push,
押
right?
しました。
押しました。What? Is that still open? Or I entered a number? Wait.
暗証番号。
暗証番号 in 暗証番号を閉めました。I entered my PIN number or PIN. Yeah. PIN number. That's kind of funny now that I think about it. Okay, an makes sense. Show.
暗証番号。
暗証番号を教えました。 押しました。Okay.
教科書を閉じてください。
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 閉じて。Oh no.
閉じて。
閉じて。I don't know. Still don't have that read either. This is, yeah. 閉じて。I might actually need some, 閉じて。閉じて。閉じてください。いや、教科書。No show read yet. Do I have a show read? I'm not even sure. No show read example. Ka? I'm not even sure if I have a ka read or kyo we do have, even though kyokasho is textbook. Shows how different the the priorities are. So please open your textbooks, or oh no, please close your textbook. Push 閉じて。
銀行に口座を持っている。
銀行に口座 interesting 口座を持っている。持っている is have 口座 mouth and account at the bank. I have an account at the bank. Oza. Account. That's interesting.
口座を開きたいんですが。
口座を開き。Interesting. 開きたいんですか？So hira has things to do with open, right? As opposed to close. Or I would like to. Yeah. Tain desu ka? I would like to open an account. Oh, I would like to open an account. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. The infinitives. Okay. All right.
銀行からお金を引き出した。
銀行からお金を引き出した。So, 引き出す is something we have. So, basically, I withdrawn money from the bank. Right? I withdrew. I just realized withdrawn and withdrew. Interesting. I withdrew I guess the money is fine. The money from, oh no, but just money from the bank. Oh no, English. Okay.
1万円を引き出した。
1万円 wait 1万
1万
円
円
を引き出した。
引きた。
I withdrew 10,000 yen. Okay, that's fine.
暗証番号を押してください。
暗証 I don't know what 暗証 is anymore again. It was in, right? 暗証番号 just the full thing. Full fan. 暗証番号を押して oshite kudasai. So, please enter your PIN, or please enter PIN. Please enter your PIN.
銀行口座に2万円を預金した。
Okay, 銀行口座に2万円を預金した。Keen's fine, yo's fine, yokin shita. Interesting. So, oh there, Bill. How's dinner? Yokin shita. So that looks like something about throwing in money, right? So that's deposited, because they had withdrew and deposit as a antonym. It was delicious. What did you eat, Bill? Duolingo does the pairing thing, the antonym pairing thing. So if we have with deposit, we have withdrawal as well. Let's see. Gingo kozan ni 2万円を預金した。Okay. I deposited 2,000. Where the heck is, or 20,000, sorry, 20,000, that's 10,000. 20,000 yen in my bank account.
口座に預金したい。
口座に預金したい。ね? Wait. 口座に預金したい。
口座に預金したい。
口座に預金したい。I want to deposit in the account. I want to deposit in the account. Wait. Yes, right. I want to make a deposit. I want to make a deposit in my account. 口座に預金したい。
口座に預金したい。
You know what? After not hearing Duolingo Japanese for a while, when I start thinking about how, like, after the last 6 months of listening to people try to, while they're learning, like occasionally listening to other people learn Japanese, and they talk about like learning how to speak Japanese and listening to natives and then speaking and stuff, my first thought was there was a lot of comments about, oh yeah, but this sounds awful, like it sounds awkward and it's all synthetic and whatnot. And my only thought now is like, if I could sound anything like this, that's amazing. Like this guy actually speaks interesting, like the synthetic voice actually speaks incredibly smoother than a lot of the people that I listen to, interestingly enough. But I get it, the whole robotic thing, sure. But it's a very humbling experience hearing this again.
口座に預金したい。
Yeah, 口座に預金したい。
君の暗証番号を教えてください。
Oh, I forgot we had all these. So kimino works, right? Kimino, and then we have ansho. Ansho is our new vocabulary word. Ansho, and then bango is repeat. Bango o oshite kudasai. Please teach me or show me or tell me right? Please teach, show, or tell me your PIN number, basically. Kimi no ansho no bango o oshiete kudasai. And now I'm grouping. Now I'm no longer reading from left to right. I'm actually just grouping whatever I hear. So like kudasai is an element, and then this is just one chunk. Like I just hear it as one chunk. I no longer hear it as like separate things. I don't think of this is a direct object of this, which this is a modifier of this, and then this is a modifier of this. Like I don't see that, I don't hear that anymore. It's kind of making things very interesting. And then when I'm reading, it's fine. When I'm reading, I'm still reading from left to right, interestingly enough. Huh. Please tell me your PIN.
私は読んでいた本を閉じました。
閉じました。Although there's still a bunch of vocabulary and reads that are absent from Wanikani, despite having more characters, there's less meaning, right? As far as my estimates go, I think I am up to this point. There's like double the volume of vocabulary by the time you get to this point compared to kanji reading. 私は読んでいた読んでいた本を閉じました。I close the book that I was reading. Wait. I close the book I was reading. Is that really what that says? Oh boy. Does that English? Oh. I want to put the word that here, but there's no that in up here. Oh no. I don't remember the yondeita. Oh, I do remember yondeita. Ita. Yeah, yonde and then ita. Huh. For whatever reason now, it's there's also translation weaknesses. I have translation weaknesses now. So I don't have problems just willy-nilly saying what this means in English, but I don't know how to say it exactly in English the way they want it to be said. Like when I hear this, I'm like, all right, you closed your book when you were reading a book and then you closed it. That's it. But it wouldn't come off as I closed the book I was reading. Oh, that's good.
彼はお金を引き出しに銀行へ行った。
銀行へ行った。I went to the bank. I went to the bank to withdraw money. Or he went to the bank to withdraw money. Yeah. So how do you English this? He went to the bank to withdraw money. Okay, that's how they go about it. I see. It feels like learning all over again, which is great. So we know kare, right? Kare wa okane o hikidashi, right? Hikidashi ni. So in order to do all of that, right? and then ginko e ita. So I went path e to ginko. Hikidashi also means drawer. Yeah, I know. Yes, I know it also means drawer. So let's see. So ginko. So right, we gotta get our grammar stuff back again. So ita, past tense, path to a bank. You didn't know it could mean withdrawal. Oh, I see. Yeah, to pull out, withdrawal. Pull, hiki plus dasu, pull and out. So path to the bank, and what are we going to the bank for? In order to, so ni, right? Ni, in order to do the rest of this, and then this is just our topic. So our topic, I kind of just like space out most of the time when people start with topic. Whenever you do a topic or a subject, it's just like, okay, that's inference. So you don't really need that if you don't want to. You're like, you're going to the bank to drawer. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair, human. Yeah, whenever there's such a nice thing. So okay, hear me out. I did Japanese way more now since Spanish, and every time I hit Spanish, I like space out on the subject, and then I need to know the subject. The subject is very important in Spanish. Like, what I mean is, if you don't want to get like bopped and slapped in the face in Duolingo, you need the subject because all the conjugation revolves around the subject and direct objects, right? But in Japanese, it's like, oh, okay, well, it's okay. And then in Duolingo Japanese, they are more inclined to put in subjects and topics and whatnot when it's not necessarily that frequent. And now I'm like spacing out. I'm like, okay, it's probably he or she somewhere in the sense. You focus on the details of the sentence as opposed to the subject, and it's kind of nice because you don't have to deal. You don't have to worry about conjugating based on kare. That's kind of funny. Sorry, I'm having a Spanish moment right now.
彼はドアを押したが開かなかった。
Hirakanakatta. Okay. Doa. Nothing too. That's interesting. Oh, using the ga, right? Okay. So, hirakanakatta. So, how did that work? He did not open. What? Oh no. Okay, so not. English is so hard right now. He did not open the. He did not. Pushed the door. Wait. I don't remember what it's like. The door is not open because he didn't push it open, or wait.
開かなかった。
Oh no. Oh no. He pushed the door, right? But it did not open. Okay, I take it back. We're not doing a 2-day schedule. We're doing a 3-day schedule. We're sticking to a 3-day schedule. This is gonna take me so long to get used to. Okay. Yeah, so we don't have to need to repoint to the same object. The door is redundant, so okay. This is gonna be some growing pains again. That's kind of funny. Oh boy. I still remember this. Oh, this is kind of like my funabin, right? This is funabin.
船便
Funabin, ame.
雨
What are you? Odorimasu?
踊ります
Odorimasu. This is our new vocabulary. Ansho.
暗唱
Ansho. Okay, ansho. Fair enough. Ansho. I don't remember you. Murasaki. Purple. Murasaki.
私は毎月1万円を銀行に預金します。
So 私は毎月1万円の銀行に金します。金します。はい。I deposit. What if we take this literally? Is it acceptable? I deposit in the bank. I doubt it, but I deposit in the bank, right? 10,000 yen every month, right? Does this grammar? It doesn't. They want to separate, even though it does technically grammar. Duolingo things. You want it to be a natural English sentence. So I often don't do that when I'm listening to Japanese, Chinese, and or Spanish. I just take it as is because English is flexible, or English is flexible from my perspective. So I was just gonna move the in the bank somewhere to the end. So like they probably accept I deposit 10,000 yen every month in the bank, or in the bank every month, but technically that's okay too. I deposit in the bank 10,000 yen in my mind, obviously, but I wanted to test how much can I flex prepositional phrases, which I can't, apparently not in this case.
私は銀行口座を閉じたいのですが。
私は It's so fun listening to these characters. It's so much fun listening to these characters speak Japanese. 私は口座を閉じたいので、閉じたいのですか。Okay. Hold up. I swear I don't remember it being this complicated. Maybe I've forgotten more grammar than I thought I forgot. I thought I would be okay, but okay. So I would like to draw, or I would like to close. I would like to close the bank account, my bank account. Okay. So I am unclear how the tojitai no desu ka work. But I think I still remember all the grammar points. Yeah, there's a wow. I just realized how much grammar I might be forgetting now. The context sentence in Wanikani do not like they don't I think they're way lenient on the grammar complexity. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Huh.
講座を開きたいんですが、
講座を開きたいんですか? So I would like to open an account.
私は毎月1万円を銀行に預金します。
Right. I can't look for. Oh my gosh. Okay. I deposit. In the bank every. That's rough. This is rough. And now I'm using furigana again because I'm listening very, very intently now for reads, and I need to confirm it as quickly as possible.
残高を全部引き出した。
Zantaka. Sandaka. Interesting. Remainder all or big. Zantaka. What could that mean? Just a lot of like whatever remains, so your balance?
残高。
Zandaka. Zandaka or zanbu. Zenbu. So, Zandaka or zenbu hikidashita. So, I withdraw my remaining balance, all of my remaining balance. So I withdraw the whole balance. Okay. I withdrew. Oh yeah. Okay. I withdrew the whole balance. Okay.
ローマ字は大丈夫ですか?
Domaji. What the Domaji? Oh, that's how you write Domaji? Really? That's kind of funny. I see. Makes sense. Domaji wa daijoubu desu ka? Okay. Are Roman letters okay? Domaji wa daijoubu desu ka?
おじいさんは会計士です。
おじいさんは会計します。です。会計士です。So 会計 is like a receptionist, but you add a she to it. A soldier, I guess something like a receptionist or something that deals with accountant. Interesting. Oh, this is such a fantastic. I really enjoy this. This is fantastic now. I don't know. Now we can leverage like radicals and stuff just to see what happens. I still think Duolingo pace is far quicker than being able to solidify these things. Like for instance, today, if I think about how quickly Japanese like enthusiasts are learning Japanese. If I blast through this, right? Like I expect someone to only spend 2 days on whatever has come by to remember deposit, withdrawal, PIN number, accountant, and you expect that seeing it for 2 days tops and then suddenly be okay with it, it's like madness to me. Like I'm not even processing how someone could think that they've learned the word for that. So to me, that's kind of, I think now my feelings coming back to this, I double down on what I'm saying. I don't think people actually learn. They know things, but they don't learn them. And that makes sense. I mean, that's a valid criticism as well, because if Duolingo is not reinforcing to the point where you actually learn it, then what are you spending your time doing? That's a very valid point. So I still stand with pretty much most of the things that I said. Only now it's even more exaggerated, because despite knowing what they said, there's just so much more that will not be retained in today's unit. So I gotta get back in the groove. This is a vastly different pace, Monikani. I don't even know how people are comparing SRS to Duolingo. I have no idea what's going on. Oh, jeez. おじいさんは会計士です。Whoosh. Okay, whoosh. My accountant is your grandfather? I guess we could say your grandfather. Or my grandfather is an accountant. Oh. I guess there's no ownership here, but I could, it could be your, according to the strikes. Like, what I mean is, you could have enough context in which it's just referring to your grandfather as opposed to the other. Oh man. Okay, sorry, having way too much fun.
会計士。
会計士。
ローマ字で書いてもいいですか？
ローマ字で書いて、書いてもいいですか？ Can I write? Is it okay if I write in Romaji? Okay, this is not okay. So what are they trying to? I feel what? I write Roman letters. May I write Roman letters in Roman letters? May I write in Roman letters? May I no, right works. Here. Holy, I can't English this stuff anymore. Oh boy. Yeah, Romaji de. So in Roman letters, okay. I almost feel like there's an implicit like may I write using Roman letters, right? Or is it okay? Instead, I immediately said, is it okay if I write using Roman letters? Oh man, things are wildly different now. I think this is fine though. Yeah.
彼は金持ちの上に優しい。
彼は金持ちね。金持ちの上に優しい。Oh, I forgot we got 優しい。He is kind being rich. What? How? Wait. It's like in addition, he's both rich and kind. So what does that mean? Aside from being rich, he is kind. Okay. Same difference. That's That's what I mean. Like, I'm English. Oof. If translating is oof. Yeah, I mean what I said was very similar to what, aside from being rich, he is kind. I read that as he's not only kind, he's not only rich, he's also kind, right? Which is, aside from being rich, he is kind. So what is the vocabulary word? Kanemochi. Yeah, to have money, which is rich.
金持ち、
Wealthy, or feel rich, I guess. Oh no, just hold money. You're holding money, you're rich, right? Kanemochi. Interesting they went with kanemochi, like in this way.
用紙に記入した。
Yoshi. Do I have Yoshi? Use paper. Yoshi? Not adopted, by the way. Adopted child. Yoshi. Adopted child. Oh man, I'm having so much fun now. Cause I can make puns. I can make word puns because of Wanikani. Yoshi is adopted child. If you don't have the kanji, you can have adopted child. I don't even know what Yoshi means. I'm guessing form. Because there's paper, use paper, task paper. So it's a form. Yeah, form. So what are we doing here? Kinu. Oh, kinushita. Oh, interesting. Kinu. So enter, record. So can you like fill? Oh, okay, I see. I filled in the form. And the funny thing is, the conjugation stuff is still like whatever. Like, what I mean is you still remember the conjugation stuff, in my opinion. It's kind of like Spanish, where if you've seen a couple of them, you've seen pretty much all of them now. so it's like, oh yeah, that's past tense. Oh yeah, that's present progressive. Oh yeah, that's like, although there's like the special ones that I remember leaving off on Duolingo. So like how to say would like, you not necessary, you don't have to. Like there's like other conjugations that I remember still working on, but all the basic ones like past tense and present future, or like going to and let's, that type of stuff is kind of reminds me of Spanish now. Just it's there. I filled in the form. Yoshi. Yoshi ni kinu. That's kind of cute. Kinushite. And yeah, so all the vocabulary, like Wanikani hasn't covered that. I don't actually even think Wanikani is gonna cover all the vocabulary. Honestly, there's far more. The vocabulary ratio is far higher per unit, because that's the main vehicle of learning all the kanji. They have to be attached to vocabulary words. So interesting.
口座番号を記入してください。
Okay, so kozai bango. Oh man, Japanese. No knock on Spanish, but Japanese sentences feel so efficient. And the reason why I can say that is because Duolingo deliberately apply the same, like what a lot of people criticize Duolingo for being, a cookie cutter. So like they apply the same curriculum or the same thing as closely as possible, parallel to all the languages. But and a lot of people say, well, that's not appropriate because, you know, some languages are fundamentally different from other languages, and I understand that, right? I'm already having problems doing like Spanish translations versus like English translation, like Spanish to English translations versus Japanese to English translations. And don't get me started on English or on Chinese to English translations. But the thing is, unlike other tools, I actually kind of like that they run parallel, because if you're learning multiple languages, you can compare them and use context clues off of them, and you can make like intuitive comparative analysis between them. If you're not analytical about it, you can feel some of these things. And holy heck, saying some of these things in Spanish, even now, has like 10 or 20 things going on, and in Japanese now it just feels like 4 or 5 things going on. I think in English like 30 or 40 things are going on. So it's not the other way around. Like, more things are going on the more I learn about a language, not the other way around. I think a lot of people want less things going on. I think the general consensus that I get from other people is they wish they have to think less as they're learning more. So my only thought about that is that's kind of a weird way to think about it, because the more you understand about a language, the more likely you'll have more things to think about. But what they mean is they hope that it becomes easier to juggle more things. In my opinion, if you stop learning and continue to practice something, you will likely have to juggle less things. Like, it will become more and more efficient. But if you're learning while also practicing, you either try to get a steady state, as in you learn just enough that when you practice, the volume doesn't feel like you're constantly doing more. And that is like the nice thing about SRS. SRS is you move at your own pace because of the dynamics of SRS. If you're starting to get more errors, it's giving you a hold. Like, you gotta stop, get these before you keep moving on. But people keep pushing a lot of times. So oftentimes, if you're not ready to do more than you already have, constantly pushing to learn more without practicing means that you end up juggling all those things too. So you're just gonna keep on piling on. But here's one of the normalizing factors. Some people continue to learn more, but they leave their methodology rudimentary. So they don't scale up their methodology. As in, if you're gonna have to take in even more tasks to do and more things to do, how do you scale that? You can try to keep bootstrapping the same method, and it might reach a expansion deadlock. So for me, I've just realized, at least in this, I don't know how long I've been on this, 20 minutes, that now I do like 10 other different things when I'm listening to Japanese sentences. It's like I'm thinking far more things at the same time now than I used to the first 300 days. And I thought I was thinking a lot back then, but no, it's not even close. There's no contest now. I'm like looking at these choices and my mind is swarming with alternative things. Like, do I know this? Do I know this? Do I know manga, right? I don't technically know manga, and at the same time I do know manga. Oh boy.
口座番号を記入してください。
Koza bango. What? Oh, they just left it all again?
暗証番号
Oh, no. Koza. Where the heck is... What? Oh.
口座
Koza
Bango.
bango open? Or was it closed? What I'm not listening anymore.
口座番号を記入してください。
Kinyu. Oh. Kinyu.
記入
Kinyu shite kudasai.
してください。
Yeah, all the extra like grammar stuff, that's freebies. This is freebie. This is low effort to me. If you need to remember like particles and stuff, it's like part of the sentence. So now I'm like hyper focused on the key words, because the rest is just you put it in. You have to put those sentence parts in, which is kind of refreshing. Oh wait, Kinu was how did they interpret it? Like to fill? Okay. Okay, Koza was the account, and then Bango, account number. Please fill in your account number. And then your is implied, right? There's no shite is a command, so you would be talking to that person. So that's where the your comes in. That's
残高を教えてくれますか？
at first I thought they just said Santa-san. Zandaka. Yeah, and here's a fun stuff, right? This is a special because there's a rendaku, and then it's using the kun. So this is a hybrid word. It's an on kun rendaku. Zandaka o oshiete kuremasu ka? Yeah. Wait. Oh, and Duolingo does this thing where they go between polite, casual, present, past, command, a request, and they cycle through all of them. So that's how you get your repetitions in. They cycle through all of them, and then the vocabulary stuff doesn't change. They tell you how to turn the vocabulary over and over again, and that's how you get used to all the different ways to cycle through conjugation. They cycle through conjugation in the lesson itself, which I've gotten to that point in Spanish as well, and it gets pretty exhausting until it's not, right? Until you get used to it, but still. And this is the part that is non-existent. It's non-existent in SRS. There's none of that. And this is the part that I feel like a vast majority think is very boring. Learning how to conjugate over and over again, and doing the conjugation over and over again, doing the particles over and over again. That's one of the criticisms of So to Speak, the game that I played last month, or the month before. Sorry, it's been another month now. Back in April, where someone's like, no, I already know all this stuff. Like, I don't want to like have to conjugate over and over again. It's like, but when you speak, you have to do it over and over again. If it's already exhausting now, I don't understand how it would be not exhausting later when you speak. Like, I have to use the same helping verbs over and over again when I'm speaking. So if you're learning and practicing these things and you think that it's very, very boring and monotonous and repetitious to constantly conjugate your verbs again and again and again, and know to use articles, or in Spanish, gender plurality agreements over and over again, then I don't see how it would become any easier in the future when you have to do it when you speak again and again and again. Maybe you just don't want to speak. I don't know, like maybe output is not your thing. That's perfectly fine. But input is very different. You're just consuming it. That is a point that I tend not to relate to very often. At least as someone who spends 8 hours talking to himself most of the time every single day. Okay. Zandaka o oshiete kuremasu ka? Is that where that ends?
教えてくれますか？
Oshiete kuremasu ka? I don't know how this is broken down anymore. Wait, is there more? Oh, there is. Oh, wow. I haven't ever used this feature. What I mean is I haven't ever really took a look at how far down this goes. so they do break it up. They do like somewhat of a like a diagram breakdown. So you have could you tell me, right, as a whole, but then you have this part which is tell me. So it's moving the ka away. And then here this kuremas, will you please for me, give, and then you have like kure, right? Kure is the root, so they were trying to root. Here's the root part, and then here's the conjugation, but with the root, and then you have the whole phrase, and then they block this part off because
教えてくれますか
it's ka, which they could have written like question mark or something, or unknown, an unknown marker at the end. That's interesting. How?
残高教えてくれますか
Okay. And then yeah, here it is. Yeah, so they have this breakdown, which is could you tell me? But then there's the oshie part. So here's the tell me, because you're doing te. It's trying to capture that me as in the person, the command, right? The command, and then you have teach right here for the root oshie.
残高教えてくれますか
It's actually quite nice when you start knowing what the rhyme and madness to this. I haven't ever looked at this when I was first learning how interesting they went about it. This is really interesting right here. So this is teach, as in the root form teach, oshie, right? But then this is teach as in you teach, teach the command. So when you have oshiete, it's teach, and teach who? Me, as in the person asking, right? So you teach me, or let me know, like you let me know, and that's great. And then now you have like, that's pretty cool. I'm learning to appreciate this. Anyways, could you teach me? I was gonna say please could you teach me, but that's just me. Could you tell me instead? Could you tell me my balance, right? Because zantaka, whatever is remaining.
お金持ち。
お金持ち。オリンプ、wait, what the オリンピック。
オリンピック。メダル。
メダル。Judo. Oh, that's funny. I think we already had Ju, right? Judo. Wait, how did the character Ju work? No, I'm not even sure.
柔道
Judo. I'm not even sure about this one. Oh.
コスプ
コスプレ。
お金持ち
金持ち。
母はお金持ちです。母は
お金持ちです。
お金、頭がいいです。
ただ、頭がいい。
私の預金残高を知りたいのですが。
知りたいのですか。Oh my. Yeah, I forgot how no desu ka. So I want to know. I would like to know. Yeah. So this is the no desu ka. No desu ka is maybe recent. I still don't remember when this was. Maybe like 3 or 4 units ago. So I would like to know my my deposit balance. Wait, yokin. My. Oh no. What? I would like to know. Or fine? Wait. 知りたい Shiru? I would like to not know. Fine?
Shiri.
Oh, find out. Oh my goodness. Okay, no, I would use no, obviously. But I would like to find out my account balance.
預金残高。
Yokin Zandaka. Oh yeah, this is
Yokin
balance.
Yokin
And
Zandaka.
Yokin is account. Oof. Oof.
この用紙にローマ字で記入してください。
Okay. That's fine. Please fill this form using Roman letters. Fill in this form using Roman letters. Oh boy. この用紙にローマ字で記入してください。
おじいさんは会計士です。
おじいさんは会計士です。I got my relationship backwards for this. It kind of made me laugh though. My father is accountant. Technically, you can still say my father is your accountant as well because it could work. Okay, so what have we discovered? I think we're gonna do the story. There's not, like, I don't think they expanded. Did anything change? You know, I didn't realize. I didn't look if there's anything that changed in the last 6 months. No, it looks like story wasn't ever expanded for Japanese, unfortunately. And you know what? I'm not even sure if the story Japanese are synthetic or not, because this might be before they switched over to AI, like a lot of the AI generated new stuff. I don't know if these are the same, because in Spanish some of the earlier stories, or at least currently all the stories, are not synthetic. They are role-playing readers. It's very clear that they're role-playing readers. So I will do these, and then we'll do this, and then we'll do the rest. Like, yeah, day 1 is rough. Oof.
支払う
Shiharau. A branch support. Branch support. Shiharau. Oh, this might be like financial support or help pay. It kind of feels like support in a financial way. I don't remember already. Shihara imasu.
支払います支払います
Shihara imasu. Okay.
支払う
Shiharau. Ne?
支払
Oh yeah, and we've already finally gotten to the using the dictionary form. Or what is it called in Japanese? But the plain form. Yeah, plain form. Cash. Got ko and pen. Why is got ko in kana? Interesting.
現金
Genkin. Oh, that's neat. It lines up with xian xianjing, right? Xianjing. Oh, xianying. No, xianjing. Yeah. Xianjing. Huh. In efectivo, right? In efectivo.
現金
Genki. Interesting.
現金で払います。
Genkin de haraimasu. Do I even know that that's gen? I don't even know if I know that's gen. Haraimasu. I will pay. I will pay, but I wonder what does shiharaimasu? I will pay with cash. That's
誰が払うの？
dore ga harau no? Who paid? Or who paid in cash? Who paid? Who's going to pay? Oh no.
母は小切手に署名した。
母は小切手 small cut hand. Small cut hand. Oh, kite, small check. Oh, small ticket. Oh, yeah, check. Okay. Ni shome shite. Oh, that's kind of cute. Signature shome. Shome shite. So what is that? My signed. Wait. Oh no, wait, maybe not. Oh yeah, my mother signed the check. Holy, that's kind of cute. Kokite. So what? Kun into a rendaku. Oh, so kun. All kun with a rendaku in the middle. Kogite. Interesting. Or kite. It's not a ticket, but it's also not a stamp. It's a check. And this has name in it. Me. I'm not sure about shome. Shomeshita. Signature. Interesting. Sign. This is cool. I like this.
小切手。
I-
母は
I love this. I just realized how
Shomeshita.
this works now. I didn't realize that's how it worked before. Because I just took everything as they came, right? Thinking like a child. But now it's neat. Because this is sign, right? And shita, adding shita is sign de. And then signature can be, this is probably also signature as a standalone. That's neat. Anyways.
下に署名してください。
下に、
下に 署名
署名 right? Where are we doing? 署名してください. Let's write down, sign here. Or 下? Yeah, sign here. Or sign above? No, sign below. We sign at the bottom. That's fine. 下に署名してください. I'm having too much fun right now. Oh boy. 金属. Oh, 金属.
金属
金属 is a metal. 水泳.
水泳。
水泳. Genkin is our new thing, right? Genkin.
現金。
Genkin. Oto.
音
We have that.
メダル。
Medaru. That's fine. Hey. Oh.
支払う。
Shiharau is also pay, but how does that work?
署名。署名。
Okay. Shome for sign. Shome.
署名。
Oh, it does sound weird when they're isolating it. May I pay by check? So, oh, this breakup. So we have
小切手
小切手
で
right? 小切手
支払
支払 may I? So 支払も
もいい
いいあ
手
手支払ってあ
いいも
手もういいですか
でか
Okay. Still got some grammar going. Interesting. I wonder now I get to go back to Jisho. Jisho. Iharau. And then harau. N3, N4. Interesting. It looks like harau has many more uses. Interesting. And then the shi is ateji. Oh, interesting. Ah. Okay. So they're including both to show Duolingo, right? Duolingo is what they do. So if you have a pay, you get both pays. Haha wa
はは
haha wa kojite
小切手
kogite not kojite kogite kogite ne kogite ni
に
sign
署名
signed what tense are we using 署名した
夫
Okay, please cash the check.
小切手
Kogite or cash the check. Can we do hikidasu? Maybe like hikidasenai. Oh my, wait,
引き出せない
hikidasenai. Oh yeah, hikidasenai kudasai? No? No. This doesn't work. How? Please cash the check? How do I was thinking maybe like
引き出せないください
like out in cash? Wait. Hold up. Maybe it's like
現金
we have genkin
に
ni, right? Genkin ni, because we're cashing the check. So genkin ni in cash. Kogite o
引き出せない
ikidasenai.
手
Do the cashing of the check. I mean the check in cash. Oh, it's just shite. Oh, nishite kudasai. Oh. Okay. Kogite o. Okay, kogite o. Then you have. Oh, okay. In cash. Shite. Oh, you're just using shite. Okay. Suru. You're using suru. And then in cash. Do in cash. Okay. Using. I thought like you had to use to withdraw or something. Like that's a way of talking about exchanging. I don't know what I was thinking about there. So that makes sense. So you just use suru instead.
小切手
Kogite no? Yeah, kogite or then you take
げに
genkin ni in cash and then you just shite
くださ
kudasai.
い
Just do it in cash. Okay, alright, fair enough. That is wild.
両替
영화에 영화에 okay. Oh, that is 려. Yeah, that's right. 려. To row. Right. No, the mnemonic row. What is it? Ansho.
暗証
Ansho. I'm always gonna default to Atamadaka. A lot of times I just default to Atamadaka for various reasons, but so Ansho. Ryo what? Ryogae.
両替
Ryogae. Shiharau.
支払う
Shiharau. I think they might also default to a specific like pitch accent quite a bit, and I default to is to. It's fine. What is it? Shoki. Genkin.
現金
Genkin. Genkin. Shome. Shome.
両替
Ryogae. Ryogae.
両替
A dollar?
ドル
Doru. What the? A ryoshu sho. Ryoshu sho. A receipt.
領収書
Ryoshu sho. I only got show.
領収書をもらいましたか？
領収書をもらいましたか？もらいましたか？ Okay. Did you get the receipt? Did you get a receipt? Or the receipt, a receipt, whatever. The articles. Yes, articles.
お釣りが違いますよ。
お釣り。お釣りが違いでしょ？違いますよ。Incorrect. So that is the incorrect お釣り amount? Change? Oh, お釣り. Yeah, that's right. The change is incorrect. お釣り change.
1000円でお釣りがありますか
1000円で、1000
1000円
円で、
で、
1000円でお釣りがありますか？ Wait.
1000円でお釣りがありますかで、お釣りがありますか
Is there change? Is there 1,000 yen change? 1,000. Wait.
1000円でお釣りがありますか
Is there? Do you have change? Oh. Do you have change for 1,000? This is where I push back on the whole idea of, oh, but this means existence and there is, and I'm like, well, no, yes and no. Yeah, do you have change for 1,000 yen? That it still comes out to, do you have a change for 1,000 yen? If I had to interpret this, but you can say there, is there change for 1,000 yen? That's fine, I suppose.
領収書が欲しいのですが
領収書が欲しいのですか We would like. Oh, another way. We would like. Yeah, we would like a receipt using hoshi. Oh, I would. Whoops. Yeah, that's just I would.
レジの人は彼女にお釣りを渡した。
Sort of.
レジの人は彼女にお釣りを渡した。
Neji.
レジに
Or
レジの人は彼女にお釣りを渡した。
wait, Reji no hito wa sonna what?
レジの人は彼女にお釣りを渡した。 彼女に
彼女にお金 or お釣り
お釣りをレジの人は彼女にお釣りを渡した。レジの人は彼女にお釣りを渡した。
を渡した渡した。 What is the 渡した? That's渡した? I actually don't remember. Handed. 渡した? Really? So, right. The cashier. Reji no hito. Cashier handed someone the change. I guess her is fine. Handed her the change. Oh wait, yeah. No, that is her. Ni kanojo ni ashita. Handed. I don't know what vocabulary words I know in kanji anymore.
別々に払いましょう。
別々. Okay, that's fine. 別々に払いましょう. We'll pay separately, or let's pay separately.
別々。
別々。
私たちは別々に払います。
私たちは別々に払います。Another way to express we. Wait, it's explicitly saying we 私たち. Okay, we will pay separately. Duolingo, at its finest, find as many possible ways to say similar things.
銀行でドルを円に両替した。
両替した. I think it's useful. But other people are like, well, you'll never say it that way. I'm like, okay. 銀行でドルを円に両替した。What was this? 両替 exchange. Oh, right. I exchanged the oh no. I exchanged dollars. Wait, what is going on? I exchange, I think. What is the relationship? How do I do this? So I guess the relationship's backwards, right? Or like the other way around. So I exchanged. I exchanged dollars for yen at the bank. Yeah, so it's red. Yeah, okay.
ドル、
ドル、
メトロ、
メトロ、メトロ、
金属、水泳、メダ
メダル。
どこでドルを円に両替できますか？
どこでドルを円に両替できますか ?Okay. And then they're using できる as well, which also can be probably like exchange, right? Where can I or the ability to, sorry, the ability to. So wait, yeah. Where can I exchange dollars for yen?
これを円に両替してください。
これを円に両替してください。Please exchange that. Please exchange that into yen. Please convert this. Oh, これ into yen.
領収書が欲しいのですが。
Save me. You know, I also forgot that Japanese is like 2 to 3 times the volume of Spanish. Holy. In terms of vocabulary. Maybe they'll dial it down. They still dial it down when there's a grammar section. So all of this is like, there wasn't any new grammar in this unit, right? This is the end of this unit for new stuff. And I think there are 12 things. That sounds about right. That sounds about right.
講座を開きたいんですが、
講座を開きたいんですか? So I would like to open an account. This one's way out of my comfort zone.
小切手、
小切手。小切手を
現金
にしてください。
にしてください。
領収書が欲しいのですが。
領収書が欲しいのですか?
おじいさんは会計士です。
おじいさんは会計士です。
私は毎月1万円を銀行に預金します。現金。
銀行でドルを円に両替した。銀行にドルを
円にのwait, this is a location. 銀行でドルを円に exchange
両替
した別々
これを円に両替してください。これこれを
円に
exchange
両
替してください。
ドル、
ドル。
用紙に記入した。
あ、用紙。
用紙。
用紙に記入したな。Wait。
用紙に記入した。
記入した。
記入した。
Sign, right? Yeah. Or fill. Fill.
用紙に名前と住所を記入した。用紙に。
用紙に。名前。名前を
記入
した。
と。
Oh no. Oh no.
用紙に名前と住所を記入した。
住所
を記入した。
名前
記入。
wait. 名前
住所と。住所
用紙に名前と住所を記入した。Please write down. Please fill in your name and address on this form. Fill out my please. I filled out my name. Oh, okay, that's fine too. Holy! Oh yeah, we could legend this. Oh, I'm kind of curious. Huh.
暗証番号を押してください。
暗証番号を押してください。Okay, please enter your PIN. Okay.
両替。
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 That is Phil.
おじいさんは会計士です。
Oh no, that's not Phil. I'm so exchange. Oh my gosh.
おじいさんは会計士です。
おじいさんは会計士
です。
Okay. 会計士 or account.
下に署名してください。
下に署名してください。署名 sign. Right. Please sign at the bottom. Okay.
ローマ字で書いてもいいですか？ローマ字で書いてもいいですか？で書いて
もいいですか？
いいですか？
ローマ字で書いてもいいですか？ Okay. They paid separately. 別々別々に彼らwait, they? Do we need a what? Send help. Oh no. 支払wait.
彼らは
They wanted they specifically. Okay. 別々に wait. Yeah, 別々にあれだった。I guess it could be 支払って No. That doesn't work. That's that makes
これを円に両替してください。
what?
これを円に両替してください。これを円に両替してください。
Okay. 両替。Account. Was it actually 口座？
口座
口座を開いて No. を閉じ、
閉じ
閉じた。
た
Koza. Koza. I don't know how Koza becomes account though. That seems so.
小切手を現金にしてください。小切手
小切手
お
を
現金
現金。現金
にしてください。
This one is wild. This one's
用
wild.
紙に記入した。
用紙に記入した。記入 is to fill. Okay.
彼はドアを押したが開かなかった。
かなかった。
彼は
彼は something fill in. Wait.
ドア
push. 彼はドア
を
ドアを押した
が
I feel like a demo is so in need here.
彼はドアを押したが開かなかった。
開かな開かった
中
開かなかった
た
Oh, didn't help. But yeah, I feel like a demo demo was in there somewhere. What are you? And I don't remember you. Well, it's gotta be this is mezurashi
珍しい
or mesmerizing. Mezurashi. 船便
船便払って雨
暗証
暗証
残
残高を全部引き出した
高 that's balance 残高を全部引き出した Okay. Oh my wordy. How did this work?
彼
彼はお金持ちね
金持ち
Where is my お金持ち No? This 彼は金持ち
の上
の上
優しい
優しいです。
です。
Oh.
もらおう
Wait.
の上優しいです。もらおう
I don't know. This is so This one's really confusing.
の
This is
Yeah.
high, but I don't know. I really don't. Aside from being rich,
もらおう上の上優しいです。
oh, it's just high in having money. Okay, これはお金持ちの上に優しいです。Oof.
口座に預金したい
口座に預金したい。Okay, then 預金 is Yokin is to deposit. Okay. What? I would like to make a deposit? Wow, that's really wordy. Should get the recipe. Receipt.
領収
領収
を
領収をもらい
もましたかしょ
領収書 right 領収書をもらいましたか cashier how do they do the cashier レジの人
レジの人
which is like meh but that's fine レジの人 oh no レジの人
彼女
right レジの人
は
彼女に to her the お釣りを hand を渡した
渡した署名署名
that's sign oh alright and then let's do the story and then that's it for today
転校生ザリとリリーはスクールバスで話しています。
I forgot they place all of their stories in kana. Oh no, this is a nightmare. Let me see. Hold up.
ザリとリリーはスクールバスで話しています。
Alright, that's fine. That's okay. So they're talking to each other on the bus, right?
リリー、私たちのクラスに転校生がいるんだよ。
There's a new student. This also has a referenced in Spanish, so fine too.
名前はミゲル。
名前はミゲル。ミゲル。Oh, that name. Right, name. The name is Miguel.
ミゲルね
ミゲルはメキシコ出身で、ミゲルのお父さんは本を書くんだよ。
You're right. In the book. Oh my gosh. This is so hard to read. Like she wrote in her book. Wait, what? お父さん。ミゲルのお父さんは本を書くんだよ。Oh, Sushin. Oh, he's from, but what is father is also? Or father writes books? Oh yeah, his father writes books. That's right. His father's an author.
とても
No, 面白いね。Yeah, that's fine.
ミゲルはスペイン語と英語と日本語がわかるんだ。
Interesting. So they swapped it up. Okay.
へえ頭がいいんだね。
He's smart.
頭が良くて背が高いんだ。それにミゲルは綺麗な。
綺麗な何
Yeah, these are not synthetic. Not necessarily synthetic.
綺麗な靴を持ってるんだよ。
持っているんだよ。How does that he has? Okay. Alright. That's interesting.
ザリ、ミゲルは後ろにいるよ。
He's right behind you. Ushiro ni.
ねえミゲル。
リリー元気？
うん、ミゲル。こっちは私の友達のザリだよ。ザリはミゲルの靴が好きなんだよ。
あ、どうもミゲル。
Surprisingly accurate. Zadi, oh, that's kind of funny. Zadi didn't realize that Migeru was behind her. That's kind of funny. Ushiro, omoshiroi. Spaingo. Wow. Wow. What is that? Sega takai. Oh, wait. Sega takai. Okay, 話しています。Okay. Well, now, I guess we should legend. Well, let's do like the same Spanish thing, right? Let's just legend these now as we
転
go.
校生ザリとリリーはスクールバスで話しています。
リリー、私たちのクラスに転校生がいるんだよ。名前はミゲル。
ミゲルね
ミゲルはメキシコ出身で、ミゲルのお父さんは本を書くんだよ。
Mm-hmm.
とても。
面白いね。
ミゲルはスペイン語と英語と日本語がわかるんだ。
へえ、頭がいいんだね。
頭が良くて背が高いんだ。それにミゲルは綺麗な。
綺麗な。何？
綺麗な靴を持ってるんだよ。
I immediately started like translating in Spanish when I'm hearing this with my eyes closed. I'm like, where the heck is zapato?
ザリ、ミゲルは後ろにいるよ。
Okay. Okay.
ねえミゲル。
リリー元気？
Riri, ¿cómo te llamas? Or, I mean, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás?
うん。ミゲル、こっちは私の友達のザリだよ。
Here's my friend, Zadi. Right?
ザリ
Or this
は
is
ミ
my
ゲル
friend.
の靴が好きなんだよ。
なんだよ。
あ、
ど
どうも
うも、
ミゲル。
ミゲル。Okay. 日本語。が好き。Okay, が好き is, that's fine. がいる。がいる、that's fine. 思っている。Right. わかる。No. They include the... It's weird that... I'm not sure how much I like them including the particle before the word, as opposed to including the particles after. But most of the examples don't have anything after. Anyways, woo, and then we still got more, because Japanese is not just that, right? Japanese is not just that. Now we have to go wherever this is. Where in Carmen Sandiego? Where is Carmen Sandiego? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Holy, oh my goodness. Like, just think about this for a moment. Just think about this for a moment. I spent the average person is like the average, like, I guess Japanophile or what, however you want to, otaku, or however you want to identify these days. They're gonna go through this unit, and at most they're gonna spend like 3 days on this unit. And on average in Wanikani, I spend 11 days. Okay, I guess this is half, I guess. This is half of the unit. So if you barn it up to maybe 6 days, so still 6 days, but then they recur, right? That is absurd right there. And let me mark down the ones that I know and the ones I don't know. So I don't know this one. I know this one. I'm not even sure we have all the reasons, but this one's fine. Not this one. This one's fine. No. Not even this one. This one's fine. Yes. 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 No. No. Yes. No. Wait. Yeah, no. No. Yes. And yes. I think. So despite all my Wanikani, I'm pretty confident. What is that? Look at that. That is nearly half. Nah, that's like 30%. That's crazy. But before that, before that pivotal moment, like in grammar sections, though, in grammar sections, it's like this. Maybe this is maybe this is a high example, so we'll see. So let me do the thing that I typically do. I'm not sure if I'm going to incorporate writing yet. Oh, getting back into the groove of this. So, oh no. I used to do this like an okay. I get a passing grade. So this has something to do with open. But open attached to what? I don't remember any of this. Oh no. Okay, hold up. This is cash. Right. Genkin. Betsu Betsu just chills on its own with the we also have this Shihara or Harau. There's ko. We have ko. Yong. Koyo. No. It's koyo kite. Okay, ki. There's Zandaka, right? And then, oh, they added Do? Interesting. There's also Bango. What to heck was the pin? So this, I think Do was added here because we have, oh no. This is, these two. This is a count. Yoza or something. Koza. Okay, so it does preserve the reads. No! Wait. I can't look at things. I can't click on things without screwing up the writing. Oh no. That presents a problem. They used to. Oh, how did it work before? No, this is terrifying. Okay, so, oh, I was thinking Yokin. Oh my gosh, okay. So hold up. Yokin. And then Haraku. Okay, still fine. It still works like the same way before. That's fine, that's a workaround. So this is ku, just haraku. Hiraku. And hiraku. Yeah, tojiru. They go in order, so these two. Okay. No. Oh no. Anjo. And then we have Anjo Bango. Oh, that's Anjo. Verification. Is there on here? Oh, Anjo. And then Anjo has Anjo Bango. And this is form of some sort. No. Yon has something to do with form. Oh. It might actually... Yoshi. Yeah, form. So, yo. And she. Ami. This deals with accountant. Ke. I see the ke. Kaike. Okay, so we're using kaike. Kaikeshi. Record. This is G or key. Key this. Oh no, it's Kinu. Oh yeah, it's Kinu. Kinu. And then remainder Zandaka. And then Shihara. And then Shiharau. And then Harau. Gen Genkin. This is sign form or just sign. So me was my, so I don't remember the read on that because it's new. Maybe like yume, yome. Oh, and then I guess they have also yome suru. The sign. This is request. Fill. This is fill. Oh, it's a receipt. Dang it! It's part of receipt? Oh! Oh, they swap. Oh no. I forgot. Duolingo does the 2 type thing. They swap up these two. The ma thing and that. Oh no. That's why it looked weird. Ryoshu sho. So, ryo. No, that's. Yeah, that's ryo. Wait, how's this ryo? Ryoshu sho. I guess that's kun. It's all kun. Where's shu at? Yo, shu. This is to accept. The demand accept. Show. Doko? Oh, it's a read on. Oh boy. I don't remember. Send help. So ryo guy exchange, and then you can add suru. Exchange ryo. Okay, ryo guy. Oh, guy. Oh, both? Maybe like both ways? Or 2 ways? I'm pretty sure this was suited for exchange. I think we had Gingo. No. Oh no, this is Tsu. Oh no, this is Otsuri. Oh no. Okay. And then we have Betsu. 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 Alright, calls up. And then this is Domaji. This is where the G came from. Domaji. And this is okane mochi. So we take okane or kane mo plus chi okanemochi. Yep. Ki de kokite was the check. And then that's all of them. So that's a lot for one day. I think okay. Real talk, I think we're gonna do it this way first. So now that I did it, right? Now that I did it, a day after tomorrow, I'm gonna try to group them somehow. Group the vocabulary. Right? I need to get back up to speed. So I'm gonna try to group the vocabulary together. And then we'll write our write it out on the left or the right. Right? This is as much as I'm gonna do today. That's way, the volume is incredibly high. I definitely underestimated. So let's, I guess I can try to go over the, right. I can actually, I can sort of recognize the meaning. So this and this is deposit, right? And that's like yokin or yokin, right? Yokin. So yokin for deposit. Then we have open, which is hiraku in this case. So hiraku and tojiru, open and close, they're grouped together. And then we have an something. Anjo. I don't know what anjo is. Verification. Oh yeah, that's right. Anjo. Verification. Anjo. Then there's anjo bango for the pin. We have yo. Yoshi. Yoshi for form. We have taikeshi for accounting, accountant. Then kinu for fill in, kinu. And zandaka, zandaka for a balance, zandaka. And we can apply sudo to a lot of these things. You kind of just know which ones you can probably apply sudo to do the action. Like for example, kinu suru is probably to fill in, the act of filling in, as opposed to fill, which is just kinu. Then we have shihara, or right, shiharau, shiharau and harau for pay. Genkin for cash. Dang it. It's yome, no? Yome or something. Shome. Oh man, shome. So shome suru or sign. This is a different read that I'm not familiar with. Receipt, but I don't remember. Exchange, ryo something. Ryongae. Oh, and there's a chance. Oh, and I can't distinguish between kun and on because they might be separated or not separated. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm guessing this is their read. They're going their read minus the suru or any form of like shenanigans. So ryogoe, and then otsuri, which is change, betsu separately. Are there any ones that stay bango stays below? And then we have account. Oh, I can't believe I have both these. Oh yeah, because of seat or sit. Oh, I don't know. Account call something. What is the read on this? Kogi. No, yes, Kogi account. Oh, there's where the first one was. Oh, Ginza was my. Oh my gosh, Ginza was my example. Okay. Koza, right? Koza. Yeah. Roma. Yeah, Romaji. Anything else down here? Just down here. There's okanemochi. We have kokite. That's it. That's a lot. The word section doesn't cover this stuff, so or it doesn't cover it very well. And then I have to do these exercises, so I guess I'm gonna do them in day 2. Honestly, I should really do them a little bit on day 1, and I'm pretty sure they're still doing the whole like serialized thing, so you have to like loop through 5, do them a certain sufficient amount of time, and then loop through them again and again. I could help with tomorrow, the day after. Oh, yeah. I think I've been having it very, very laxed with Wanikani. This is not laxed. This is not laxed at all. Okay. So like if we're talking about volume, like straight up face volume, this is like every level up day. It feels like at least half of a level up day. And then you have a level up day every 3 days. Or at minimum. Or average. I would say even average. Alright. Well, a great welcome back. It's very sobering. I would say over 50% of the stuff is still new. Like, that's so crazy. That's so crazy that if you think about, there's so much information that's not overlapping. I'm just really curious. What is it that makes in retrospect, like quick TLDR. I'm this is only day 1 back, so from the earlier times, I still earnestly can't tell how people can make that comparison so easily. I don't see how this is comparable to doing your Anki. Like I really don't. I mean, you might not like it because it's different. But the idea of saying like what something is better than something would make it seem to me like there's some sort of way that people are comparing the two, right? And my only thought is I don't see how you would compare this. It's so difficult to compare. I mean, you could say something like you break down the actual individual parts, like, oh, I know how to read that kanji. Okay, that's fine. Like, for example, yo, right? Yo, or task, or, you know, and then you're like, oh, I know this. But the way it's being used it's so different. Now with quite a lot of experience, I suppose, a sufficient amount of experience with at least one form of SRS, which Wanikani is trying to do, they barely overlap. They barely overlap. And the pace is all weird, and the introduction is all, the mindset, the way they're trying to get you to learn is so vastly different. And I did this for a really long time. I still do this. I mean, I was using Spanish, so like I was doing Duolingo Spanish. It is a very different mindset. And my only thought is a skill bias. And I really don't want to say this, and I'm going to say this as directly as I can. I think it's a skill issue. And what I mean by that is it's not that you lack the skills. It's under practice and or doesn't practice at all. So whenever I hear maybe the comments where like, oh, this is better than this, and all I can see is I don't see how either of these make you better at either of them. And then the whole like joke way back in the day when I was making like someone convincing me like, oh, you'll be Duolingo fluent. It's like, in a way, that's true. You'll be Duolingo fluent. You'll learn to think this way. And then the people who hate Duolingo are the people who don't want to think it this way, and they found other ways. But my end thought that is being very confusing right now is I don't see learning the same thing twice. I see two different ways of learning things. And there's one way that someone likes, and there's one way that someone else doesn't like, and they just choose to pick their favorite. I can't even possibly think of it this way. Like, at least this is how I go about it. Like, this is what I naturally do now. All these lines and stuff, it might seem like chaos, but it really isn't. That's how I remembered all the vocabulary words. Right? Like, what did I learn today? These lines. This is what I learned. And then I'm connecting all the characters in this way. And then tomorrow, usually when I was only using Duolingo Japanese, right? For example, I would write them all out. So instead of having this arrow drawn, I would write this character out over here. And I would do the writing practice. And then I would group them together. I would group these together based on like how I group them. So if this is oh no. If this is not I guess this is deposit, right? If this is deposit, I would also have withdraw. Actually, where the heck is withdraw? Am I missing withdraw? Oh, I am missing withdraw. They use hikidasu, right? Hikidasu for withdraw. Interesting. So I guess Duolingo didn't patch that up. There are vocabulary words that don't make it here. So I usually use the second day and the third day to pick up any missing. Usually the second day to pick up any missing ones. So withdrawal is missing. So I would write withdrawal. So withdrawal is, oops. I think, right? Hikidasu. So I would lump these two together, and then I would move these two together, right? So this is what I did before, when I had time liberated, because I didn't use like wanikani, right? Wanikani. So this is what I would do. And then I would practice this over the next 5 days, like into the next unit. So every unit, I would be cycling and writing all of this again for the next 5 days straight as I organize all the stuff. So that's what I'm going to try to do. Only now I'm doing it every 2 days. So I'm going to be having it across these units. Every one of these units are going to span 12 days, which those 12 days would equate to Wanikani's roughly 11 days. But in my opinion, Duolingo's 12 days are just going to be double stacked on 2 things, and those 2 units are more than Wanikani's average. And what I mean by Wanikani's average, I mean above average, because I think the average person doesn't do lessons and repetition in Wanikani every single day. They actually do a little bit above that. The ones that are represented in Wanikani, they tend to do like a portion of the stuff every day. And that's wild. Like for me, the nice thing about this is I get to write. So I write this stuff. And the reason why I can write this stuff, and then, you know, other people would say something like, oh, these kanji and Hanzi characters are very daunting or task. When you write very often and you like learn radicals and whatnot, it actually makes most of the characters pretty trivial, in my opinion. And what I mean by that is you've learned to have the competence in my to kind of just draw the character. Like, oh, what does that look like? Well, it's hiki, so just write hiki instead, or something like that. And you know, long, right? Long or shen, or I don't know actually if that's shen in Japanese or not, but things like that is very different here. And we're gonna try to do that the day after tomorrow. So that means tomorrow I come back for Spanish. Means that I spend this evening doing my extra Spanish evening thing. And every evening I'm retouching up the things I need to do tomorrow. So this is where my schedule is going to be like now. We do Wanikani and Hanzahiro. Leave it all up to Wanikani and Hanzahiro for their thing. I don't do anything in the afternoon, and like no afternoon stuff. For Duolingo, I have a leap day because of scheduling. I can't do all 4 at the same time. That's way too ambitious. I think that's will grind me down like crazy. So we're doing every other day. But every other day, I will be practicing. Occasionally, I will look at my phone and I'll look at this page, basically. This is the page I'm looking at for Japanese from now on. So tomorrow, which I won't be streaming, whatever the second half is, the second day, right? I will look at this page to remind myself, okay, so this looks like this looks like this, and that's fine. So what I did here in this like line thing, I will do it again, like mentally, just okay, there's one, and then try to capture as much information as I can. Then the following day I'll come back and it will do the second review. The second little bubble is actually the review of the first one, right? And then I will be able to solidify all this in terms of writing. We'll try to do some writing and then do some of these exercises. It takes too long to bootstrap. Personally, it would have been great if Duolingo go through all of them in series, but they do stagger. So it's first 5, then you have to do them like 5 times each of all 5, and then they move to the next one, and then they move to the next one. It's not the most ideal, but I understand what they're going for. They're trying to get you to know the clusters before moving forward. Sounds like Wanikani, but on a different scale. So I'm gonna have to work this out. In Spanish, I'm doing the same thing. The reason why I know the Spanish vocabulary at the beginning of every Spanish session is I spend like, it's less than a minute to 2 minutes. I look at it and like, okay, that's what it looks like. Then I go do something and then look at it again. It's like, okay, I know what it looks like still. So that's, I microdose. So I do microdosing if I'm not streaming daily. Wanikani and Hanzahiro will forever be practiced every single day because that's what I committed to. So that's just a heads up as a way to reference this. All of this stuff here, I have to refresh. And the nice thing about doing it, so I'm doing it this way, is to encode it differently. And the idea now is whenever I do Wanikani and Duolingo side by side, they are going to be different ways of reinforcing things. And these are the unnatural things. So a lot of there's going to be criticism when people say, well, that's not how you learn a language. This is the most Duolingo is an unnatural way to learn a language. SRS is an unnatural way to learn language. It's like, yes, because these involve actively being abstract about it. You're doing abstractions with these. But in the meantime, whenever I'm not streaming, we're hearing Japanese and stuff because I watch television shows and whatnot. So that's where the natural things come in. The idea is I'm doing all of it in moderation. I'm doing a lot of things in moderation. Again, I mean, if an anime company or a publisher was like, hey, I'll sponsor you, you can watch anime with someone while on stream and we won't copyright strike you, then you'll hear from me. I will probably share with you, hey guys, we're sponsored by the publisher of this very well-known anime and now we can watch it together. Then I'll consider it. But for the sake of being pedantic, can't do those things. Most of the natural things that a lot of people do can't really share like in the moment. But maybe video games will be a source in the future. I think LLMs is kind of on the borderline already. So we'll be using LLMs and video games in the future as a medium to quote unquote naturally engage with things. Just for the record, video games is not a natural source. Like what I mean is, if people are gonna cherry pick what is a natural environment to develop a language, the natural environment would be when you're talking to someone else. And I would say a vast majority of people don't talk to anyone during video games. They talk to themselves. So if that doesn't convince you of how I personally do not like how people compartmentalize what is natural and what is unnatural, whatever is closest to your lifestyle, in my opinion, is the most natural way you learn. Because it's part of your lifestyle. So if you're not moving to Japan, then always going out of your way to speak and hang out with native Japanese people, native speakers only, that's not a natural environment. That is an unnatural environment. Unless you're going to Japan and you're always you decided that that's your life and you're going to surround yourself with that, then it becomes natural. So I want to be clear that I'm talking about natural from an application standpoint, not from your unreasonable bias and projection of your future self. For example, the most natural environment that I have now is I watch anime, and anime is not a natural source for anime. People don't sound like that. At least I think from listening to podcasts and interviews and stuff, people don't sound like that as well. But a lot of people would argue, hey, that's immersion. That's the natural way to do things. In my opinion, it's no different from using Duolingo and Wanikani, because for me, when I learn things, I do it this way a lot of times. When I learn science concepts, I write down their relationships and their abstractions of their relationships. So to me, when someone says, what is the natural way to learn something? It's the way you've been practicing for most of your life. And then all the unnatural things are the things you're learning to add to your routine. So it can be unnatural to run until running becomes natural to you. So most people would say, oh, jogging is unnatural, right? Because it makes me feel awful. Well, when it becomes natural, it doesn't feel as awful as you might think. It's still, for me, I still feel like death, but it's become a natural part of my routine. So just, I want to raise that concern, because honestly, when I think about people who argue what is good, what is best, what is not best, what is not ideal, I don't necessarily hear people doing things competitively because they have many ways that works well. I hear excuses, right? Like, oh, if I can't do that the best way, then I might as well not do it at all. That's what I hear most of the time. Not, oh man, there are so many good ways to do things, I can't choose, but I really want to choose the best, but I might as well choose any of them because they're all good. I'm gonna try all of them anyways, or do all of them. That's different. When I see Duolingo, it's a tool. I can use it however I want and extract the value. Then I can take it and do another thing and another thing. So oftentimes when people go around and say this is the best, this is not, in my opinion, what they're doing is they're avoiding something because they don't appreciate it. And then the other thing they appreciate, they hope that it's sufficient because it's the only way they know how to do things, right? In my opinion, one of the most obvious flags for this behavior is how aggressive someone becomes in sticking to one thing. When they are aggressively downplaying and trivializing every competitive method or any overlapping method, and then embracing almost like a cult-like way and an emotionally defensive way, then it sounds like that person is limited in ways to do things. Like if you're limited in ways to learn Japanese, of course, in my opinion, you would be defensive and aggressively downplaying anything else. It would be almost emotionally illogical to not defend the thing you think is the best way if you're not open to doing more than just that way. And for me today, it was a blast. I forgot this. I totally forgot what it's like to have to really scoop the deep ends of my mind, because Duolingo doesn't hold your hand. I mean, like, not in the sense of doing what you want, but Duolingo just doesn't explain a lot of things, and I totally get it. The criticism for Duolingos are all mostly valid, like objectively valid. the emotional outcome of the valid facts, like Duolingo doesn't explain grammar. I got you. I mean, like during the lessons, they don't explain the grammar. I got you. But what does that translate to your application? I was sitting there just wrapping my head like, okay, well, that was the grammar for this, and then you can interpret this. Like, I was thoroughly engaged to the point where, like, oh yeah, that's right, I have to do this all myself, and I gotta do it over and over again. So it was refreshing because for Spanish, I don't have any equivalent yet. I haven't added anything yet to compare and contrast and whatnot, but the ultimate goal is I will be engaging in Duolingo, very different from SRS, because I don't think they're the same at all. I barely find them comparable when it comes to mindsets that you apply. So when I think about how people are bored and they think that they're grinding with one way, that's kind of what I'm insisting. I think a lot of times it's like asking someone who programs a language and they decided that Java is for life and it's the only thing that they'll ever program in, because they can still achieve everything they would like most of the time with just one language, and that's fine. And you might be thinking, well, isn't that comparable to comparing Chinese with Japanese? The way you learn, in my opinion, is another form of language. There are different languages, there are different ciphers and methodology to learning things. You can get your input in many different ways because they are also practice skills of their own. So the question is, it's up to you to choose whether you want to learn something a certain way or not. And oftentimes when you throw in the word best and worst, then so be it. That's the way. Like, I'm not saying Duolingo is a great way to learn language and that it is natural to other people. I do see that it is very different. So call me a little bit skeptic, a bit of a skeptic. But when someone says they learned a lot of Japanese and they spent a lot of time learning Japanese or experimenting with learning a different language, my only thought is how it's hard for me to process someone who can so easily say they spent a lot of time exploring how to learn and then reductively going around saying this is just how it is. Like, oh, this is comparable to this. What? That's like, I often like to think that when humans delve more into the nuances of whatever they're interested in, it becomes less and less clear that things are comparable, right? Because the nuances come out, right? Right now, I'm a novice, right, in Japanese, but I'm starting to appreciate, like, oh, okay, so this is more like this, but not like that. In the beginning, it would be they're about the same. Like, they might as well be the same, right? And now it's even less obvious. I can't even begin to express what I do on WaniKani is not even close to what I do on Duolingo. Like, I can't even get WaniKani into the Duolingo. I don't even have time for it. Like, oh, hey, let's okay, so let's go over the reads. All right, so this read will read out like this. Okay, all right. Like, you don't do, like, I do, like, it is really different. Today I sobered up very quickly. I'm like, okay, all right, we gotta practice again, because I'm so rusty at this stuff. This stuff went a lot faster, I would say, a lot faster. But I'll get on the bike. It's kind of like riding a bike, despite how people say natural things are like riding a bike and unnatural things are like not riding a bike. A language, let's be like super reductive about it. A language is unnatural, right? Like a language is unnatural until it becomes natural. So, like, Japanese is unnatural to someone who doesn't know Japanese. The whole idea of that feeling of trying to be as though it happens regularly or happens during your life. Well, if you play video games all the time, that is a natural way to learn a language. If the language is integrated into something you quote unquote naturally do. What makes a native speaker native compared to a non-native speaker? They naturally use that language most of the time. So I know I'm a little bit being pedantic on the whole throwing around words like natural and native, but I think it requires a bit more tasteful use. I think to sound a little bit critical, what is incredibly revealing about who is more experienced, there's a huge gap in the way words like native and natural is being thrown around that reveals a very large gap between those who are learners versus those who are goal seekers, as in they're learning to profiteer, or opportunists, as in they need Japanese to feel happy about themselves. That's fair. I need to learn. I want to learn. That's very different. I don't need Japanese to be happy. I don't need the end goal to be fluency to be happy. I'm very, very happy already today because I get to learn things and I get to relearn things. I had so much fun today. Anyways, I thought I'd leave it on a more ambiguous note today. Today was fun. Like, I forgot how much more involved differently. The last 6 months-ish of Wanikani, right? You get a little bogged down. Things start feeling a little samey. I try to switch it up. Do more, right? Do more. Now my Duolingo is like twice as much stuff going on because now all the Wanikani stuff is like, hey, here's some stuff, and then the Hanza Hero overlaps with the Wanikani stuff. So much stimulation. And yet, I can't help but think of all the people who get bored immediately with anything they do, honestly. I don't see how, like, for me, I can't relate. It's very difficult for me to relate. How can you find this boring if you like learning? But if you don't like learning, I can sympathize. I can sympathize if you don't like learning. If you do not like learning and you only want to profiteer, as in you wish you can gain things instantly because you don't like the process of investing, putting your efforts, committing into things and being consistent, that's probably a place where I can't relate to you. I don't see how learning is boring and finding continuous ways to learn more things. It makes my life so exciting. So maybe I can convince other people by example sometime in the future. But for now, that's a wrap. That's a wrap for Duolingo Japanese. We'll be back the day after tomorrow, right? Tomorrow will be Spanish, or I'll try to, and see how consistent I can get on this. I think time is kind of tough because the hard days are going to be the days when I level up in Wanikani, and I'm just going to have to play it by ear. Maybe there'll be some days Duolingo Spanish and Duolingo Japanese will be on top of each other. It's a lot already. I have so much volume. I actually kind of thought about trying to ease up on some of the stuff so I can make room for other things. I have so many things. It's in process. Yes. Until next time, right? If you're gonna watch this later, arigatou gozaimasu. Right? As always, feel free to follow along. Again, Duolingo Japanese is free. So, I mean, despite all the ads and stuff, you can make all the excuses you want to prevent you from learning a language. But if you're so happens to be like me, find a way around the ads, I guess. Find a way to jerry-rig a way in which it fits into your lifestyle. I'm certainly finding it incredibly rewarding to pigeonhole things into my routine. And it might not look like this in the future. We'll see. Until then, feel free to follow along or do whatever you're currently doing. And then maybe a couple of months down the line or another year, we can exchange some stories, right? What was your route? Tell me about your route. We can exchange some methods, feedback, even opinions. You're more than welcome to differ from me. My standing challenge is that each day you got to ask yourself, do you like learning? Or do you simply want to reap the rewards? Because focusing on the potential rewards doesn't guarantee that you will engage in the process long enough to get whatever that lofty reward that you have. For me, every day is a fantastic day. At least it's above average. I don't go and turn off the stream and feel like I've wasted my time. Others can look and attack me for saying, oh, you did waste your time. That's fair, I suppose, but emotionally it's quite rewarding. So I hope everyone else finds that, right? Regardless of what your goals are, and be honest with yourself, I suppose. So until then, I hope everyone stays safe, stay healthy, and happy learning. I'll catch you guys on the next one. 皆さんまたね。